Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back onto the channel. And today we're doing something a bit differently because the NFL draft is around the corner, and for me, I've seen my fair share of mixed reactions. As there's been some stuff that's been good and some other stuff that's been horrible. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just say, without further ado, let's just hop in. Screw it. Let's just hop in. As this is my take on who I think is going to go into the first round. We'll do the full mock draft later on in a different video before the draft starts. So here we go. So this is who I think will go in the first round. So the first pick is going to be owned by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And my prediction is that they're going to take Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson. And this is a key lock. This is just straight up. I'm gonna say straight up. Let's just face it. It's the best option to just go ahead and you take Trevor Lawrence. He's basically one of the most polished quarterbacks to come out of the draft. Basically a once in a generational prospect that he could be the next big player in this draft, but he's basically more polished, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and say. So that's my top pick. The second pick, the New York Jets are on the clock, and my prediction is that they're going to take a lock and they're going to select Zach Wilson. And the reason why I'm choosing to take Zach Wilson is it's basically a key lock. It's a good option to go ahead and take this one. His draft stock's been rising, and people are saying that he could be the safer QB pick. So it's not as a safe pick as Lawrence, but it's the safest pick at this point for the Jets. Now, the next team on the clock is the San Francisco 49ers. And with this pick, I'm predicting them that they're going to take quarterback Trey Lance. And for me, I personally think this is a good idea because, honestly, why not? It's literally just a good chance to just go ahead and develop a quarterback. Jimmy G isn't going to last forever. We know that for sure. But just getting someone that's pro ready than most of these QBs, I think he's got this. So my pick is Trey Lance going to his 49ers. The Atlanta Falcons are on the clock. And with my pick, I'm predicting that they're going to surprisingly take offensive tackle out of Oregon, Penei Sewell. Now, the reason why I'm choosing him at the 4th spot, and this is what I think about this. This is what I think. Which is basically, it's a safe pick to just go for offensive line at this point, because the offensive line for them, they're starting to decline. And plus, Jake Matthews and Alex Max can only do so much. So just take the tackle. Make sure you have it done. So that's my pick on that the Falcons will take Penei Sewell. There's a good chance that they'll take Kyle Pitts, but the better pick, if you ask me, is just Penei Sewell. The Bengals are on the clock, and they're going to choose offensive lineman Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm just going to say enough said. Just enough said. People are just saying, I'm saying enough said. Burrow, offensive line, he possibly could have been. I thank God the man has wheels. Otherwise, yeah, he's out. He's done. He oofed. So that's basically my pick. to go ahead and go 5th spot. Now, going to number 6, my pick is that the Miami Dolphins, won the 6th pick in the draft, they're going to go ahead and they're going to select Devontae Smith. Now, Smith, he's basically a do-it-all thing, plus it's a good idea to go ahead and take this man because, I'm going to say, let's face it, the team desperately needs a good wide receiver thing. Devontae Parker's a good wide receiver, one for sure, but they just need this guy to just spark up the game and just take them to the next level. Plus, I'm not really worried if... Plus, it's a good idea to take Smith because Tua Tagovailoa and Smith were once teammates at Alabama, so that Crimson Tide connection should help them out. The Lions own the 7th pick, and with that pick, I have opted to choose Jamar Chase out of LSU. Jamar Chase is a good option. Generally speaking, he's basically a very good option for the Lions. It makes sense that people are going to go ahead and get this one. The Lions basically have basically a bad wide receiving core at this rate, since Kenny Golladay left for the Giants. And they need to go ahead and give Jared Goff some help. Now, the Carolina Panthers are on the clock, and for me, I'm going to go ahead and have them make pretty much the safest pick, and they're going to take Kyle Pitts. And for me, the Kyle Pitts thing is possibly like the best option on the table because he can play wide receiver, he can play tight end. Like, this man's you could say he's basically that once in a generational prospect at tight end. A monster of a guy. Now, the Broncos are on the clock, and for them, they desperately do need to go ahead and they're looking at taking the quarterback, but I think they're going to take a linebacker. Which linebacker? Michael Parsons out of Penn State. It's a good addition for the secondary, plus it's also be able to beef up that linebacker core because, look, Bradley Chubb, he's a good pass rusher. Von Miller, good pass rushers too, but Miller is starting to become old, and he's coming off a season that basically he had to miss due to an injury. So, time to look to the future. At the 10th pick, the Cowboys are clocking in, and they're going to select Patrick Surtain. And this one, I really think it's just the best option, because he's a very good corner. And it makes sense for me. It makes sense to just go ahead and take a corner at this point because, listen, the Cowboys' secondary was just atrocious last year. Other than Trayvon Diggs, it was basically generally worthless. So getting Patrick Surtain, and with them going ahead and signing Keanu Neal, this should help beef up their secondary, and the Cowboys could become playoff contenders. At the 11th pick, the Giants are on the clock, and I've been selecting Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, if I'm saying his name right, out of Notre Dame. And this one, I personally think is a good idea because the Giants desperately need linebackers. I'm saying desperately. If this man basically does slip, I don't know. I'm just going to say it's going to be a YOY. Now, after the next pick, the Eagles are on the clock. And seeing that the fact that the problem is that they have speed issues, I have them taking Jalen Waddle. And Jalen Waddle, I think, is a good option because this could go ahead and this could really help beef up that wide receiving core. Jalen Hurts only has like Zach Ertz to throw to, Jalen Reagor, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Like those picks, like they were safer picks, but people criticize them. I don't know. It's interesting. So I think the Eagles are going to take Waddle. That's just my idea. For this next pick, the Chargers are on the clock, and I had them taking, for the offensive line, Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. A good addition, since they need to address the O-line, plus Penei Sewell, at this time, is basically already was selected to the Falcons. But, who knows? Sewell may drop to the 13th spot so they can nab him. Plus, Sewell had said it would be a dream come true to play with Justin Herbert, so who knows? But in my mock draft, Sewell goes 4th overall. Safe pick is just take Darrisaw. The Vikings are on the clock, and they need to address that need. They need to address the need, and they're going to, and for them, I think that they're going to take Christian Barmore, a defensive lineman out of Alabama, a signing that makes sense. This team could really pretty much be boosted up by it. Now, of course, the next team coming up here is, of course, the Patriots. I'm going to have them do a surprise here, and I'm going to have them take Asante Samuel Jr. out of Florida State. Asante Samuel Sr. used to play for the Patriots, so I'm pretty sure that these guys can pretty much figure out what the heck to do. Cardinals, 16th overall pick. My projection is that they are going to take the safer option and take J.C. Horn. Good corner out of South Carolina. Could be a nice addition to that secondary that just lost Patrick Peterson. And of course, the Raiders with the offensive line. My projection, since he lost Rodney Hudson, it's best to take the center, Landon Dickerson. It's a safer option at this point because Trent Brown just got traded to the Patriots and Rodney Hudson got traded to the Cardinals, so just beef up that offensive line, I guess. That's for sure. The Dolphins are back on, and with them, I would say the safer option is to take Penn State edge rusher Jason Owe. Very good edge rusher. He should be the best option on the table for the Dolphins with that second pick. And now the Washington football team, they're on the clock, and the thing that they need to address for them is the offensive line and the linebacking core. But I think they're going to go linebacker, and they're going to take college linebacker of the year, Zaven Collins. This man coming out of Tulsa is a very good pick, and this should really beef up the Washington linebacking core, which hasn't been productive. The Bears on the clock, and for them, my pick is that they're going to take Justin Fields from out of Ohio State. This is just basically why not at this point. It's a safe pick. Fields could really get some time to develop. And, well, yeah. The Colts are on the clock, and for my pick, they're going to take Trevin Jenkins, a defensive tackle out of Oklahoma State. And this man will be filling in some big shoes as he has to go ahead, and if he's playing left tackle, he'll have to take his spot. Other than that, now retired Anthony Costanzaro. I'm not sure what's his last name. I'm sorry. Sorry, Colts fans, if I said it wrong. The Titans are on the clock. And with this need, they need to take an offensive lineman. And you should just go with the guard at this point, and that is getting Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC. A very experienced man. Take him. You're basically are all good. Titans pretty much are able to help give more protection for Ryan Tannehill. And, well, yeah. The Jets are on the clock. And for them, they're going to take... I have them taking Greg Newsome. 23rd overall. This Jets secondary was just atrocious last season. They were literally bad. They were really, 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 really bad. Like, big bad. I don't even know what to say. Either way, the next team on the clock coming up is the Steelers, and needing a tackle, I have them taking Alex Leatherwood out of Alabama. A good pick since Anthony Villanueva. Okay, Alejandro Villanueva. Oh my gosh, I'm saying his name wrong. Anyway, they lost their offensive tackle. Marquise Pouncey at center retired, so just right now, address that need at tackle first. The Jets need to address a pick, and for them, the safe option would be to select Tyson Campbell. Now, Tyson Campbell over Caleb Farley for me. I think it somewhat makes some sense because let's just say stuff is very icky for Caleb Farley as he is coming off of the injury. Browns, they're coming up on the pick and they're going to go ahead and they're also taking corner. They take Caleb Farley. So that's another addition. Ravens going to address the linebacker thing. They take Jamin Davis. And the Saints surprisingly taking wide receiver, and I have them taking Elijah Moore. Good pick. Should basically be a complimentary piece for Michael Thomas. Packers, they're going to take Eric Stokes. The Bills need to go ahead and address that need at running back a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and have them take Travis Etienne. The Ravens going ahead and back on the clock again. You need to address offensive line. You go ahead and you take pretty much Eric Banks. And the Buccaneers basically need to address that defensive line just in case. Take Washington defensive tackle Levi Ozerki. So that's basically my first round. If you guys went ahead and you guys like this, comment. Let me know who you think is going to go. Let me know who you think will be the top overall pick. I'll see y'all next time. Saddle up, saddle out. Peace out.